Hi Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are going to be looking at love. I am going to be doing a bit of a run through of what's coming up in love for you. But then this week I'm actually going to go through all the signs as well. So at the end of the video we will do sort of a rundown of all the different signs who you may be interacting with. So I am using the Whimsy lenormand this week. When I do that rundown, I will be using the Love, I keep calling them the Love Island cards, but they're the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle. And then starting off today, we are going to be using my little bag of sweary affirmations. Okay, so I do have to be careful, with the YouTube algorithms and whatnot, what words I am saying, but they do have swears in there. Okay, so we'll start off with those. I'll give them a bit of a shuffle and then chuck them back in the bag and see what we get for you today, Gemini. Okay, Gemini. What does Gemini need to know at the moment about love? Breathe in the good, breathe out the BS. Okay, so breathing in all the good, positive energy, breathe out the BS. Nobody needs that. Okay, Gemini. So starting you off there with that affirmation, but having a look now, what goes on for you at the moment when it comes to love. What's going on for Gemini in love, please? Okay, and what's coming up? What's coming up next for Gemini in love? So doing a bit of a present and future. Okay, and just one to clarify that third card, please. Pardon me, Gemini. Okay, so when we're looking at what's currently going on in love, firstly we do have the garden there, so that's all about meetings, places to meeting up with friends, and that may actually lead us to meeting somebody. So if you're a single Gemini, I do feel that you may be meeting somebody important very, very soon. That was followed by the heart and the clouds. Okay, so it's kind of a little bit of a storyline there where it's sort of showing us, you will be sort of meeting somebody who sets your heart on fire. That, I feel as though this is you meeting somebody, some sort of love potential, that they may be a very romantic type person that may sort of be surrounded with romance. This meeting, it's kind of giving me that vibe of, all those movies where it's like a romantic movie where you run into someone and straight away it's like your eyes lock across a crowded room. I'm kind of getting that sort of romantic feeling going on with that there, with the heart and the meeting. So some sort of loving meetings happening for you in the near future here. This is in the present, so this may already be sort of happening for you, Gemini. You may be sort of planning on going on some dates or something like that, and expect them to be sort of full of romance and potential for love, with any meetings that you're involving yourself in. So this can be like event type meetings, but this can also just be, out and about in public, meeting up with friends at a coffee shop, going to your local park, beach, all those sorts of, public spaces. It can sort of talk about those chance meetings, with somebody who sort of, I keep getting that's, somebody who sets your heart on fire, sets your heart ablaze. So it's very interesting. I keep getting that sort of a message. So, it's definitely going to put you into this clouds dynamic where you're going to be sort of overthinking every little thing, or replaying every little moment of that meeting in your head. The clouds really does talk about your thoughts, and putting yourself into like that overthinking kind of thing where you sort of, oh, they said this. Do you think they meant this or this or this? Or, really sort of overthinking every little thing. But really just sort of following your heart when it comes to this person and this meeting, rather than allowing yourself to sort of get overwhelmed with that overthinking, because, then that can lead to anxiety and clouded judgment about this person. But really kind of, trying to take all those things, through your heart space rather than this overthinking space, Gemini. So try to, follow your heart and listen to your heart rather than your head when it comes to this person you are potentially meeting. So some of you, like I said, you may already be planning on going on some dates or something like that. You may already be connected to somebody, and this is just talking about, meeting up and hanging out with that person. So if you haven't got a set sort of date in mind already, maybe making a date with this person, inviting them out somewhere. They may be inviting you somewhere, but just be careful not to overthink it, and really roll from your heart a little bit more at the moment, Gemini. So in the near future, we do have the stork, okay, and that was sort of followed by the gentleman there as well. So, this is talking about new energy getting stirred up, a new person. For a lot of you, this is directly talking about a brand new person in your energy, and that sort of new energy getting stirred up around you and for you. So even if, the masculine, I don't really like to gender the masculine and feminine energy. This masculine usually is just somebody, who's quite independent and likes to be in control of things. They do like to be quite in control of their emotional side. They tend to try to come from their head, not their heart as much. So I'm just intuitively feeling that, you actually may be stirring up some more of that, heart-based stuff within the two of you, because I do sort of feel that you are going to sort of inspire this person to stir up new ways of looking at things within themselves. We do see that new energy coming through with this person, but I do feel for a lot of you that this is somebody brand new that you might be meeting. So if you are single, you do have that possibility of meeting somebody very, very soon. We also have the crossroads, which we have that clarified by the bird. Okay, so the bird is all about conversations, and with the crossroads there, it does sort of show us that this person, whoever this person is, because for some of you this may be you. If you sort of identify as a more masculine energy, this may actually be you, and new ways of thinking being stirred up within you, which then sort of leads you to a choice or decision of where you're going to go with this connection, who you're going to choose. Some of you, it definitely could be choice of more than one person with that crossroad card. It really does sort of let us know, though, that you're on the right path, and you will sort of be able to choose which path to take from here as well, especially too with that heart there. As long as you're following your heart and not allowing yourself to sort of overthink any upcoming choices that you've got, really ask your heart which choice to make, rather than trying to list out all the positives and negatives and all that in your head there as well, and really talking that through with this person. Okay, the bird is about conversations and talking to these people about this decision. So for a lot of you, it really does sort of show us that, if you're sort of saying to someone, look, I'm not sure where I want to go with this connection, but I want to have that conversation about where do you think we should be going, and what do you think the future is going to hold for us, what choices can we make together to put ourselves on the right path for this connection. So definitely a conversation happening there with that. But for others of you, this definitely could be, if you yourself identify as the more masculine element within connections, this could actually just be talking about, really, really talking that through with a trusted person who doesn't come from their emotional space so much. So it's kind of like, rather than allowing yourself to overthink, rely on somebody else's logic rather than your own. So it's kind of that vibe of, listen to your heart, but instead of listening to your own head, because I do feel, Gemini, that, with that clouds there, that your tendency at the moment is to sort of, when you're trying to be logical, you're kind of focusing on the negatives with your thoughts. Whereas if you're listening to your heart and then listening to somebody else's logic, that it's going to be a more objective logic side, a more reality side, from a close friend or family member. This definitely could be a father figure for some of you as well, getting their advice, and asking them sort of, what would you do? What choices would you make when it comes to, these new connections that you may be sort of opening up to here? So I do feel that for a lot of you, you are sort of going to be meeting somebody in the next few weeks, and really sort of needing to make some sort of choice as to whether you're going to follow that direction or not. Okay, so very, very interesting there. But I am just doing sort of shorter weekly readings this week. So we'll go over into, the section where we're going to look at all the other signs. I'll just get my list there so I make sure I don't miss any signs. But I'll start from your sign, Gemini, and move on through. Okay, so Gemini, dealing with Gemini. Healing heart, Gemini. So healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. So I feel for a lot of you, Gemini, dealing with Gemini, I feel that this is actually talking a lot more about dealing with yourself at this moment. And that's probably why we were seeing that clouds energy coming out, is that you are still healing from previous heartbreaks, freeing yourself from toxic behaviors, addictive behaviors, those sorts of things. So still just sort of healing, and that's why we may be seeing you in that headspace, trying to overthink every little thing, replaying conversations and whatnot. So I do feel that, if you are dealing with another Gemini, that may be the case as well. But that. Oh, okay. I'm getting there, that if you are dealing with another Gemini, that this is what they're going through as well, that you're kind of mirroring each other. All right. Okay, Gemini dealing with Cancer. Gemini dealing with Cancer. Healthy choices. Okay, so that says making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, and being happier. So this could be some Cancer energy around you that is actually helping you make healthier choices in love, okay? Whether that's an actual love interest or a friend or family member, a Cancer being quite helpful to you at this time for your self-love and your self-care. Okay. Gemini dealing with Leo. Gemini dealing with Leo. Not today, okay? Not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call or person, boundaries, and still angry. So there may be a Leo in your past, Gemini, that you sort of, no, Satan, not today. Okay, Gemini dealing with Virgo. Gemini dealing with Virgo. The snake, okay. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder and the other woman. So if you're dealing with a Virgo, they may already be in a connection. The snake usually is a third party energy. It's kind of, watching out for that snake in the grass. Don't step on that snake, or it may end up biting you. So there is some malicious, clever, competitive enemy type energy with the Virgo. Okay, Libra, Gemini dealing with Libra. Passion. We see that heart referenced again. So this definitely could be somebody interesting, this Libra. Insane chemistry, liking each other equally, having fun. There we go. So keep your eyes out for Libra placements. Gemini dealing with Scorpio. Twin flames. So Libra and Scorpio, this person may be close to the cusp. They may have strong placements in either of those, Libra or Scorpio. Scorpio, we've got yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, and complementing each other. Okay. Scorpio could be a winner. Gemini dealing with Sagittarius. The butterfly. Okay, so relationship evolving to the next phase, healing your inner child and growth. So still some growth needed, some transformation needed here. I feel like this might be the Sagittarius who's needing to evolve just a little bit more. Maybe you as well, Gemini, take that as it resonates. But, if you are already connected to a Sagittarius, we are seeing the relationship evolving and transforming to the next phase, okay? Gemini dealing with Capricorn. Gemini dealing with Capricorn. Abundance. Yep, those Capricorn will help bring abundance to you, that's for sure. Keep a positive mindset, manifesting exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. So for those of you who do connect to a Capricorn, it may be a very wealthy Capricorn, okay? So there is a particular reader who does always say, I've never met a broke Capricorn, but that's obviously definitely not the case. There's a lot of broke Capricorns, but the difference with Capricorn is that they are hard workers, and they, even if they're coming from a poorer money status, they get it done one way or another. All right, regardless of whether they've got a lot of money or a little, they get it done. All right, so Capricorn, good sign to have around. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Capricorn. Maybe I am. Okay, Gemini dealing with Aquarius. Camera. Reminiscing, keepsakes, perceptions, learning from the past and making new memories. Okay, so we may have a past Aquarius connection coming through a little bit there. Okay, Gemini, or that person maybe is still sort of not completely done with their own past. Okay, Gemini dealing with Pisces. Gemini dealing with Pisces. Paradise. Another good sign for you this week, Gemini, Pisces. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. That definitely does feel like that garden energy, getting out and into paradise and having some fun. Okay, Gemini dealing with Aries. Gemini dealing with Aries. Not enough. Okay. Frustrated in relationships, lack of confidence, self-sabotaging, fear or ego issues, and jealousy. So I feel like this might be the Aries. They're still, feeling as though they're not good enough for you, Gemini. So just keep that in mind if you are meeting an Aries. Gemini dealing with Taurus. Gemini dealing with Taurus. Keys on a ring. Okay. Many options, decisions, unconventional, stringing along, and one-night stands. So be aware that there may be somebody in your energy with the Taurus who may be sort of only that, short little fling type energy. They may not be someone who wants to stick around for the long term. They may be dealing with multiple people. But if that's all you're after, Taurus seems to be a good one. for that. Well, that's what we've got for you today, Gemini. Let me know in the comments, not only if that resonated for you, but if we are happy with going through the signs like that individually, or if you'd rather I not do those sort of ones again, because they do take a bit of time to get through all the individual signs and whatnot. But let me know if you like that little change I've made for this particular reading. But that's what we have for you today. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. You're more than welcome to check other placements, and please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.